Well, good morning. It's been a couple of days since I've done some filming because we have been on another little one-night getaway to catch up with some lovely friends of ours. You might know them from YouTube, like Colt and Meeks. And we got to spend a night with them, went out with some food, had a lovely walk around and coffee the next day. So it was lovely to catch up because I've just been on an epic trip to Tunisia in the van. And yeah, they're amazing. They're so lovely. So that was really good to get to catch up with them. My van's pretty much ready to go. I had my shower, which was before going there, which was great. And then we thought the shower had broken, but it hadn't. We just knocked a switch on it, which made it have absolutely no flow at all. So we thought it was broken, but it actually wasn't. So that's all sorted. It's all, actually not, it's all still in the unit. I thought I'd brought it back in, but I had too many things to carry. So today I'm getting my van ready because tomorrow I'm off to Manchester and Derbyshire and what have you, and John is not. So John's got a few things to do in his van. I think he's getting his seats recovered and things like that. So we're going to be parting ways for a week at least, but there might be other things popping up because I've got to go back over that way, or be back over Manchester way for the week after anyway, because my lovely auntie died I think it's about a week ago, and it's her funeral, so I've got to go over and do all of the sad things, but get to see family I've not seen in a very long while. It's my step family, and I love them all to pieces. We just don't see each other as you normally would do, as I don't, don't get to see my family much. But it's made me all sad again because it's the thing you give up, isn't it? For all the travel is the family thing and the time. So even though we do have some plans for lots of travel this year, I think I've got to make sure I get my family time in between, instead of just planning the next thing of travelling around the UK instead of being abroad, or when you're out of Schengen or whatever. So there's that. And I'm nervous. How weird is that? I am full on nervous. I mean, I know what I'm doing. It's not like I've not done this stuff before. But new van, which I'm fine with, and it's a shakedown, so I've got to make sure I spend enough time in it to make sure that it's comfortable for my day-to-day things without having somewhere else to be or something else to do, apart from, because I've got work to do and just chilling and what have you, but doing it by myself. Cooking, making sure everything's well for cooking, making sure the batteries are as they should be, so I've got them wired up, so I've got the right thing. I made a swap the other day because I've been having the EcoFlow Delta 2 just underneath my bed, using the app to switch it on and off and what have you, but it didn't quite sit right on top of the wheel arch where it lived, because all the cables are either one end or the other. So I've got a USB cable from my phone that comes up like through the bed slats, and that was on one end, so it was a real stretch, and then all my 240 volt plugs, the 12 volt charger and everything was on the other end, so it didn't quite sit nicely. And then we got some power banks from All Powers, so it's like bigger battery, I think it's 1500 watts or something, watt hours maybe. It's got a little bit of a bigger inverter, but more importantly, all the ports are on the front. The only thing that's on the back is the 240 like kettle lead charging thing. So I spent a couple of quid and got like a right angle charger thing, so it fits really flat against the wall and everything's just on one side. It's got two handles, so I can strap it in the same place it was before, and it's got an app. It's not as good as the EcoFlow app, I must admit. I love that app. It seems to be doing okay. It seems to be giving it a bit more power in there, but it just sits nicer and it's not banging against my bike. So that's a change, so we'll see how that goes. So lots of changes, lots of things to be nervous about, but also lots of things to get excited about. So I've arranged to see my friends and old work colleagues, and I'm going to go see some family members, and I'm just going to go and chill in the place where I used to live, up and around there. I found a few really lovely, quiet and peaceful park-ups that I can just go and get some work done. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I am a little bit nervous. So we're on with the packing, with the final few things. I've got a safety device that fits across these bolts here, and it's just like a pin that you put in, and it stops the doors from being able to be opened from the outside, but you just literally lift the pin out if you want to get out from the inside. I've just got to fit that, and then I have got this. So this is the CarPlay device that John's got, a slightly different version of this, but he thinks it's amazing. So you go through, get whatever's ready on your phone. It literally is like a mirror for your phone, but with additional apps and things. So it will do your radio, but it's a bigger screen for sat nav, but it works seamlessly with your phone. And apparently it's Mandy proof. So we'll have to see if it is, won't we? Hello, sorry about the funny lighting. So this thing here is the CarPlay CarPlay interface that I have just been editing the video for, to try and make a little bit of an unboxing video for you guys to see how simple it is for me to do. I'm not a gadget person. I bored myself to death trying to edit the video because it's just like, look, you just plug the things in, and then it literally was out of the box, whether you wanted it suction to the windscreen or you get a little cup to suction it down to the dashboard with. You plug it into a USB-C connector, you plug it into an aux connector if you're going to use that. I've got an aux on my radio, aux input, so that's dead straightforward. John uses the FM stereo thing and it transmits on a frequency of your choice. And you literally plug it in and then it mimics your phone. So I did all of that, got it switched on and working within less than a minute of me getting it out of the box. It was that good. Then it literally will use the apps on your phone. So I use Radio Player to get satellite radio or internet radio essentially. That came straight through. I use Google Maps. And of course there's all the edits all over the place because as soon as I put a thing in, it just starts reading out all the different addresses and you can see all the different things. So it was a veritable car crash of a review. So basically less than 60 seconds to set it up. It works really well with your phone. It's got the Hey Siri function on it, so you can use that for hands-free stuff while you are driving, which is really good. But mostly I like the fact that I use Google Maps, so I use my phone to find out where I'm going. You get to the point where you don't even have to go on to get directions or whatever. As long as that where you want to go is showing on your phone, it will come up on this screen here and say, would you like to navigate there? And you say yes, and it does, and it comes through your speakers and everything like that. It is very, very good. I am sure that there is a lot more that I can do with it that I haven't done yet. There's more apps and things on it because it's all the stuff that are compatible that come over on the phone. But for now, this is now my brief review on how easy it is to do that, and I won't bore you with God knows what else I was going to chuck in there because editing it was an absolute nightmare. So there you go. Yay for me for being able to do a gadget install without needing a Mr. Gadget. But on a serious note though, with this kind of thing, I find I like the simple things and I don't like change, but I also have a very, very, really, really, really bad sense of direction. So it'd be getting a whole sat-nav unit. Obviously normally it's proprietary, you can't pick and choose which maps you want to use and stuff like that, whereas for this, me plugging it in and it working pretty much straight away off my phone, even if I didn't know what was going on, everything, as soon as I switched that on, it came up with Google Maps and Radio Player, and I think that's because I already used them on my phone. So it's really intuitive, and it means that it takes the guesswork out of it for me a little bit, but also it means that I can flip between using Apple Maps and Google Maps and Waze and anything you can get as an app. You can get TomTom as an app, can't you? I'm not too sure if there's anything specifically van related or motorhome related that you can get that will allow you to put sizes in. I know the Garmin dedicated sat-nav does, but I don't know whether there's an app for it, so that is something I'm going to be looking into. But yeah, for now, this is going to make my life a lot easier. It's going to make me getting where I'm going a lot easier. I can ask it to do things as I'm going down the road, which I know is, blazely, but it's things about the future. But yeah, so hopefully this little gadget's going to make my life that little bit easier. No massive expense to get it done. Nothing major like that. So yeah. So now it's back to getting sorted. I've got to turn my camera off because I've not done that yet, of course. And I've just got to find a home for a couple of things at the back there. I've got a bag there full of stuff from the fridge because we've been kind of living out of John's van, the fridge in John's van for a bit. So I've got all that stuff. And I found some running gear, which is what the orange thing is there. What do you reckon? Is it going to happen? Who knows? Right, so this is it. So this here, you get a pin that goes through there like that. Obviously it doesn't work on the bed. It just goes over these existing screws here. So you take them out, pop them in, and it fits that way. Let's see. See how long it takes me to do this. 11:38. So there we go, 11:45. And that's in. So that's nicely secured there. And that will stop the door from being open. But if I want to do it, I just take it out. And then there's a little place over here. Come on, hand. That you can lock it in place when you need the door open so you don't lose it. Cool, eh? Just got to check my door's still open, because these things did move a little bit, because these are kind of on adjusters. So I just go and make sure that my doors open and close were okay. It works still. Actually, it opens just a little bit easier, because it used to need a good slam to get shut. So I've done something good. So there we go. That's a nice little peace of mind that basically I think the reason I like it is not for people to try and get in if I'm asleep or anything like that. It's sitting with the doors open at the front. So obviously you can keep the cab doors locked and just open the rear doors of the van. So I could be sat at a meet-up or in a field or in a lay-by or on the beach or anywhere with my side doors open to get a bit of a breeze through. But someone could go in the boot, just open the door and get in, and I don't see it or anything like that. So it literally means that the back of the van and all the things that are underneath, like my bike and things, are just that little bit more secure when I've got the side doors open. So good for many, many things. Well impressed with that. That was about 30 quid. And Nicola from Kit Goblin or KG Adventure Van on Instagram I've been chatting to, she recommended that, which is cool. Well, exciting morning this morning, and the excitement is that I'm off somewhere. John's getting his covers done, so on his seats. So I was going to go to Manchester, but I have a funeral to go to on the 6th of April, so I'm going to go over there around that date instead, do like maybe the week over that way, and make the most of being over that way instead of going there and coming back and going there again. Shush, I'm trying to talk. So yeah, I've just got to get some water, grab some things out of there, set my van up, and I'm ready to go. And I think I'm going to go to Gothland. There's a lovely viewpoint up there, so I can sit there, bang in signal, get some bits of work done, and then yeah, I'll have somewhere to go, a couple of walks, get into Gothland, do some stuff like that. So yeah, should be lovely. So while I show you how I fill my water tanks up without taking it out of the cupboard, I'm going to leave this video here. So you can catch me on the next one, see where I end up, because even though I said Gothland, who knows where I'm going to be. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate all of you. Have a lovely week, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.